Today's video is going to be a kind of day in the life. I will show you which scanners I'm running, which studies I have my eye on, and which strategy I am trading at any given point during the day. So I'm typically at my machine by 7 a.m., as that's what time pre-market trading starts within Charles Schwab. I load in my pre-market / after hours trading workspace. I pull up my pre-market scanner, which of course you won't see anything on right now, and I get an idea of what's going on the day. APP was the strong stock on this scanner yesterday afternoon and into this morning. Now, I will say I actually almost never actually take these pre-market trades. Yes, the strategy is running. This is obviously for backtest purposes, for strategy optimization purposes. I almost exclusively, sometimes I dabble, almost exclusively will only actually trade pre-market the day after we've had a low float stock go ballistic. So a few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago at this point, I don't remember exactly when, we had stock DRUG fly up multiple thousands of % in a day. That next morning, I was trading pre-market and I did very, very well. It's just the small cap market really livens up the morning after a huge run like this. That's when I take advantage of pre-market. Most days, I'm just watching what's going on here, getting a feel for what may be moving in the market today. I'm also always actively swing trading as well. So during pre-market, I will also be running my Runner's large cap swing trading scanner. I have that strategy turned on. I'll be flipping through some of these stocks popping up here on my flexible grid. If I make sure the links are the correct color, flipping through some of these stocks, seeing if there's anything new popping up on the scanner, seeing if any of the positions I'm currently in, how they are performing. And I'll also do the same thing with my reversal swing trading strategy. Let's go hop in and let's turn on the reversal strategy now. If I turn on my reversal swing, change my global strategy settings to allow up to 10 entrances. I will also flip through this, looking at what stocks are currently on dips that the reversal strategy is looking to take advantage of, potentially get an idea of what may be setting up for today and positions I may already be in. Now, all the execution of these trades happens at the end of the day. So stick around and we'll come back, should I say, to these scanners and talk about the execution of the trades. Next, we'll get into market open, but as I'm clicking through these things, if you're interested in any of the strategies, scanners, or custom studies you're seeing in today's video, they're all available for import over on my website, daytradingstrategies.net. Link in the description down below. We're now approaching market open on our trading day. I've gone ahead and I flipped the strategy from the pre-market strategy to now the runner's strategy. And we will, of course, do that same thing on the scanner. We now want to be looking at our runner's stocks. This is our continuation intraday trading strategy, looking to buy strength, letting it continue. Now, what I will do, I will pick 5 stocks off of this list, and I will spread my buying power evenly across 5 of them. So I am willing to take $25,000 positions with this strategy. That's the max drawdown that I've tested and I'm comfortable with in my position sizing. So what I will do, I will find 5 stocks off of this scanner, and not always, I don't always enter 5 every single day, up to 5, I will put $5,000 into. And with the strategy like this, you may be noticing typically pretty low win rate. Strategy like this averages something like a 35 to 40% win rate. But it really only takes 1 a day, as you can see today with Wolf and even with App down here, a couple of decent sized winners so far, see where they go. But all it really takes is 1 a day to end up having a pretty decent day with a strategy like this. Once I have selected my stocks to enter on the day for the runner strategy and I have entered my positions. I will then flick it on over to my multi-graph setup where I will watch the S&P 500 and then typically my up to 5 other positions that I am currently in with the runner strategy running on these charts, looking for where we are going to be exiting. And if you don't know about this strategy, maybe you're new to the channel, it's really simple. Its goal is really to hold all day. Of course, it doesn't always. Sometimes it gets stopped out. Not every trade works, of course, but the goal of it is just to hold. It's not one I really need to very actively be micromanaging. So once I'm in my positions, I have that multi-grid chart up. I then can move on to looking at something else. So then how I typically spend the rest of my trading day, well, for the most part, it's doing this, right? It's making content, helping create new codes for my own business, stuff like that while I watch my trades. But if I'm dabbling in the charts, if I have some free time, I'm typically running my high beta scanner. So this is a scanner returning you stocks that are currently very volatile. And I have a custom column that is returning you stocks that are currently the strongest. So what I'm doing is I'm typically just clicking through these stocks on the 1 minute chart. So I pretty much always have an idea of, hey, what's pushing up right now? What's moving in the stock market right now? Right now, it's a lot of really low volume stuff, but what is currently moving in the market? I do have this RSI scalp strategy turned on that I sometimes dabble in. Sort of depends on how I'm feeling on the day, how my morning's gone. Do I want to take more trades, etc.? Very often, I'm not even trading this strategy, but I sort of like to see the trades it's taking as well. So this is typically what I'm doing for the rest of my trading day into, say, the last hour or 30 minutes when we get back to, as aforementioned, looking into kind of the more large stuff I do. I'm very much more so a swing trader these days. So that's when we begin to get back into some of these swing trade scanners. So the two swing trade strategies that I'm mostly focused on right now are my reversal and my runners strategies. That is obviously a reversal strategy and a continuation strategy. I think it's very important as a consistently profitable trader to be combining strategies like that. My reversal strategy, very high win rate, very low risk reward. My runner strategy, as you'll see, low win rate, but high risk reward. Having both of these strategies sort of help to balance out each other's weaknesses, right? Obviously, on reversal strategies, when I lose larger than I win. On the runner strategy, I can go through really cold streaks of not hitting a winner for 5, 6, 7 trades. So combining them helps to smooth out that P&L curve. Anyway, so the last 30 minutes of each trading day, I'm typically looking through both of these scanners. Right now, we're looking at the reversal scanner with obviously the reversal swing trading strategy turned on. Taking a look at, hey, what is setting up today? Is this still on the reversal scanner going into close? Because that is obviously when you're going to want to purchase the stock. Is this daily candle going to meet my entrance conditions? If they are, and I like the setup, I'll enter, obviously also keeping an eye on my already active positions along the way. Then, of course, we perform this same ritual with the runners strategy. Now have that turned on my chart, have that scanner running, click through. Are there any new stocks on the chart that are entering today? How are my current positions doing? Etc., etc. So I get asked this question a lot too. ThinkorSwim won't actually paint the entrance of your strategy until the open of the next bar. Now, I have them coded so that they're not cheating. As you can see here, the entrance still takes place at the closing price of previous bar. It just won't paint until this bar. Because technically, you don't know whether this bar has met your conditions or not until it's completely closed. So I get asked a lot, Trey, when do you enter stocks at the end of the day? BTE, this is a stock right now popping up on the scanner that's not already in a position. So this is a brand new one on the scanner today. And it's close whether this is going to be a buy or not at the end of the day is close. So sometimes if it's really close like that, no, if it's not close, like if the stock is obviously going to be a buy, I have no problems buying it 2-3 minutes before close. Does that make it differentiate from your back test a little bit? Sure. But guess what? Sometimes the stock goes up after you buy and you get a better price. Sometimes it goes down after you buy, you get a worse price, but it evens out. And I'm always, and this is very important, by the way, this might be a little ranty, sorry, but it's important to your trading education. Back testing is a very small part of testing and building strategies, right? You very obviously need to also be forward testing. You need to be journaling your strategies. So I journal every trade I take and I have them all tagged by strategy so that I can look at the statistics of the strategy exactly. And what I always do is I ensure that the journal actual trades I'm taking matches the statistics of the back test. Is the win percentage, is the average risk reward, etc., running alongside what the back test looks like? And it does, because like I said, if you're buying 2 to 3 minutes before close, maybe you get a slightly different price, but sometimes better, sometimes worse. Who cares? Anyway, off the rant, you can also buy after close, right? Typically, I'm trading very large stuff. This is a smaller stock. I'm not going to buy this stock. Typically, I'm trading Tesla. I am trading Palantir. I'm trading Nvidia, Apple, Amazon. These are typically kind of the mega caps that I tend to stick with this strategy. They're trading heavy enough volume after hours that you can wait for the bar to close. Take a look. Hey, does this match my entrance conditions? Even though it won't be painted on the chart, you know what the entrance conditions are. The paint on the chart is just for the back test, just for the statistics gathering. You can then go purchase it after hours. Just simply switch your time in force to extended, go buy the stock using limit orders. Of course, you can't use market orders in after hours, but you can enter that way as well. Now into after hours, I typically then go back and I run this pre-market scanner. It's called a pre-market scanner, but it also pops up stocks moving in after hours just the same. And the pre-market strategy is also set up to trade stocks in after hours just the same as well. Once again, as I aforementioned with the pre-market trading, I'm not typically taking these trades unless, once again, the pre-market or the low float stocks, have been going absolutely ballistic today or the day before. So typically, I'm just sort of watching this stuff for fun. Sometimes I'll dabble, sometimes I'll feel myself, sometimes I've had a really good trading day, and hey, I can risk a little bit, let's have some fun. But very typically, just watching, once again, unless we just had a huge day like DRUG, then I'm more aggressive, much more aggressive on low float stocks after they've had one blow through the roof. I also have a chart setup and a strategy and also a scanner, actually, maybe I should show that as well, for earnings. Now, I will really only trade the earnings of the really, really big boys. Nvidia, Tesla, Apple, Amazon, etc., like your top 10, 15 market cap companies in the world. Those are really the only ones that I will trade earnings on. Obviously, I have an earnings scanner that shows you everything that is reporting today, and the strategy will run against all of these, but I tend to stick to just trading the big boys. I found that's what works best for me, right? As you take any of these strategies, studies, scanners, etc., you have to do your own testing, find what works best for your risk management, your trade style, etc. But once again, I will only trade earnings on the absolutely huge ones. And remember, you can get access to all of these strategies, scanners, and studies that I have covered in today's video for only $35. There's over 70 different custom ThinkorSwim codes on my website. It's less than 50 cents a code. And if you go ahead and use coupon code TREYDING at checkout, give you a little kicker, your first month only $30. Once again, that's now like 40 cents a code or something crazy. It is a membership, as I am always adding and updating the codes so that you can remain on top of ever-changing market conditions. As you probably know, there's no such thing as a strategy that works forever. The market conditions are always changing. You need to be on top of them. That's why I have it set up as a membership and subscription, but you're not locked in or anything. You can cancel very easily with 3 clicks under the My Account tab at any time. So if you're interested in getting access to these, check out my website. It'll be linked in the description down below. Like if you learned something, subscribe if you would like to learn more. With all that being said, I'll catch you on the next one.